So I heard you want to beat the Lost Sector fast.
What's good, guys? It's Zen, and I'm here with your daily Lost Sector guide. Now, I have over 4,000 hours in this game, so if you listen to these tips, we will get those runs going as fast as possible for you and get those exotics. Now, this video is a shorter version of the one I posted last week. I'm new to this YouTube thing, and I wanted to test if short videos do better. If you want to watch the full version with the build that I used and the location of the Lost Sector, click the link below. Also, before you farm, you may want to check out these two videos. I had a lot of people asking me how to get triple 100s and what power level they should be farming at. If you need that info, there you go. Watch those and then come back to this one. Now, this guide will be universal, meaning that any class can use it. With that out of the way, let's hop right into the video. Alright, so hopping right in, we have one overload and a bunch of ads. First thing you're going to want to do is throw your grenade launcher and take care of all of these ads. That guy sitting on top there has 1 HP, that's why you saw me swap to my pulse preemptively. Now I'm just going to sit here until all these ads decide to peek, because we're going to drop down there with our sword to deal with the overload, and we don't want to do that with a bunch of enemies. So now we're dropping down. Now this overload can be quite annoying, and I'll show you what I mean right now. He can just teleport around for many minutes. I actually got very lucky in this run. After you take care of him, you drop up here, take care of that guy, and then the first door opens. Then we're going to conserve ammo by just shooting in a straight line, taking care of all those goblins at once, take care of this one, and we're going to shoot that little box. Now that box is going to play a critical role in this next room. If you shoot those boxes, you get a bunch of allies that help you out. Now we're going to take care of these guys, just shoot a couple grenade launchers. This is quite simple. Throw our firebolt down. Second one actually didn't land, which is no problem. Collect that fire sprite, get a little restoration. We don't need it, but it's always nice. Clear that room. Very, very simple stuff. Then we're going to move forward into this next room. Now, this Lost Sector is very easy, actually. It just takes quite a while, mainly because of the boss. We're going to throw our grenade launcher down, take care of these guys. And then we're going to shoot those boxes, giving us a whole bunch of allies that are going to help us out. There's one, there's two, and then there's one more in the back of the room. Looks like I'm actually going to take care of these ads first, but you see the third box. Now you have to clear these ads out before the next group of enemies spawn. And after you clear out those enemies, you can move forward to the final boss room. Now you're going to want to watch out for these hobgoblins, as they can snipe you. Now that's very unfortunate. That doesn't happen in the majority of runs, but I decided to leave it in just as a cautionary tale so you could be careful of them. Now, this Cyclops, you're going to want to deal with him with your pulse rifle. He can one-shot you. You saw that burst of void damage just now? That does one-shot. So anytime you see him charging up, about to fire, you're going to want to drop down completely. But he gets in this like lunatic phase where he just shoots everything randomly. That's a great time to just stand still and do some damage. Took care of him very easily. Take care of these ads, just throw some grenade launchers down. You're going to want to make sure that Minotaur is dead before you move up here to deal with the barrier, because if he's not dead, he's going to chase you down and he's going to do a lot of damage to you. But standing right here is a great spot to deal with this barrier. I'm going to stun this barrier. Unfortunately, he put his shield up from the allies doing damage to him, so I wasn't able to get the ignition off. Typically you would get an ignition off and he would be very low, but we could just deal with him with our pulse, no problem at all. And we'll just clean him up with the sword. Very easy stuff. So now we have a whole bunch of little droid allies helping us. We're going to move forward, and we're going to clear out some ads, and that will spawn the next boss. Just toss our grenade launcher down. Be careful of these hobgoblins. Again, they do a ton of damage for some reason. Clear these guys out. We have one wyvern, but thankfully, unlike Perdition, he's actually just a red bar. So he does have a lot of health, but a lot less than typical wyverns have. Pretty easy stuff. We're just going to throw our grenade launcher, hit him with the double firebolt, and he will go down fairly easily. You saw that 25,000 damage. That is the ignition damage that I was talking about. And we're going to move back because the last thing you want is to be cornered by a wyvern. Get the finisher off. Very, very easy. Now you're gonna want to make sure this room is cleared out, because if it isn't, you will come back to this room several times to fight different enemies, and if there's something sitting in the back, like this hobgoblin, it will catch you by surprise. So you're gonna want to make sure this room is cleared before you move forward. Anyways, moving back. Looks like we cleared enough ads, or the android helpers did, so that spawned the boss and a bunch of more ads. And from here, we are just going to deal with these ads first, and then we're just going to start doing damage to the boss. Now, after this walkthrough, I'm going to give some exotic options to make this run a lot faster, but we have none of these options because in this walkthrough, we're using no exotics to help as many people as possible, so this will take quite a while. The only thing we can do here is just primary down this boss. I could use my super, but I want it to be universal to all three classes, so I'm not doing that either. So I will speed until the next phase happens. We try to get some firebolt damage off, but it looks like the next phase has started. You see a champion has appeared, so we're jumping back. Whenever the boss does damage to you like that, just jump back. Even if you have your well, you will die in the well. We have void resist to try to live as many as possible, but it's really just to help us retreat. Can't really tank that. Okay, now the overload is on you, so you just jump back to where I'm standing right now. The overload will follow you, and you'll just sword him down. Yep, you just ambush him, and it's very simple. This guy dies very easily. Unlike the first overload that can run around like I showed you, this guy just runs right into your face, which is fantastic. Take care of him, and then it's just rinse and repeat. You just keep doing this until the boss dies. There will be one other overload that spawns, and I'll show that. Taking damage, move back, no problem, no problem. You want to take care of these ads. Whatever ads are right in front of you, you'll take care of them. Same thing as before. And it actually looks like we finish off this boss without the overload jumping at us. Typically the overload would jump into your face, but he's just chilling up here for some reason. He's just he's just targeted on these friendly allies. So we're just gonna take care of him, and then that's it. We'll just open up the chest, and that's the run. It's very easy stuff. It just takes a while if you don't have certain builds. Now before you destroy your mouse clicking off the video to go farm with your new strats, I'd like to re-grab your attention for 10 seconds. First of all, don't forget to check out how to get triple 100s and what level you should be farming lost sectors at. If you don't know these two things, your runs will be much slower than needed. Also, here's my issue, bro. Only 2% of my viewers are subscribed. This is so sad. You've never seen a YouTuber with a ratio like this. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Now here's a trade offer. I give a good guide. If you find any value in this, you give a good sub. I post daily Lost Sector guides at a minimum, but I also work in some entertaining stuff. There's new Destiny 2 videos daily, and I also post Pokemon if you're into that game. Either way, thanks for watching, good luck farming, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next Lost Sector.